open your third eye and welcome this ad to reach video game nirvana through PC Game Pass. Game Pass has PC Game Pass. Game Pass has PC Game Pass. Game Pass has PC games. Nirvana awaits.
Hi, my name is Orchid. I am the duelist and team captain for Scarlet.
Hello, my name is Raven. I am the controller for Houston Scarlet.
Hi, I'm Bianca, better known as Binko in the servers, and I am the initiator player for Scarlet.
Hi, my name is Trisha. My in-game name is Ultear, and I play Flash Initiator for Scarlet.
Hi, I'm Alita. I play Sentinel for Scarlet.
So I actually started on Pristine, which is like not a co-ed team, but I was like one of the only girls on one of the main teams for
Orchid was one of my friends at the time while I was still in school and nursing in the Philippines. She was on one of the co-ed teams for until she decided that we should start up an FE and B team for
And then Raven actually hit me up on Discord and she was like,
if there was any female rosters going on. So we started to do tryouts a couple months later, and we ended up us being the core 3 and then Trish being the core 4th.
My friend actually introduced me to like the collegiate scene, and he wanted me to try out with him for like the U of H VALORANT teams. I ended up getting like the form and stuff, the tryout forms, and I saw that there was actually a female non-binary team, and I sent in my application and I tried out and I met all the girls and then I made the team.
With Alita joining recently, or Nithi joining recently during the next semester tryouts.
So I actually was a captain of a dance team earlier this year, and so we had like an org fair on campus, and then like I saw like Coog Esports, and I had never heard of it as a club before, even though I'm like really big into gaming, you know, like recently anyway. And then they told me there was a all-girls diamond team that I could try out for, and I was like, well, sure, because I'm diamond, you know, I like just hit diamond. I wasn't anything crazy, and then I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try out. And then I show up to tryouts, or like the first day of trials, and then Orchid, our IGL, adds me, and she's like immortal too, and I was like, what is going on, right? Because I was like literally just diamond. But luckily enough, I popped off that first game that I played with them, and then we had a couple more trials after that, and then like I was fortunate enough to be on the team, and so I've learned a lot since then.
We started it, and then I became the team captain for it, and yeah, that's how Scarlet was formed.
I actually started playing VALORANT for the first time, I think, when COVID happened, and then I kind of got addicted to like the competitiveness, and then I started reaching out and looking around and started competing, and then that's when I started doing game changers for a bit. And so then I had a little bit of team experience, and that's how I decided that I should maybe try out for school and do all this that I'm doing now.
This was my first time actually trying to compete. I just wanted to kind of take the game more seriously, so I was looking to, you know, do that, but I also wanted to still stay like with a female roster to kind of try to find a safe space in gaming. So I looked for collegiate because I thought GC would be a little hard just because there's so many free agent teams. So we started collegiate, and I've been competing collegiate, and sometimes we compete in game changers, but overall my experience all started with Scarlet.
Scarlet was my first team ever. I was just playing ranked pretty much my entire Val career.
I've only ever played VALORANT as like a very casual game. When I started the game, I was actually Iron 1, and it was my first FPS ever, or first game for that matter. So yeah, this is definitely the first time I've ever been on a competitive team, and I've loved it so far.
So I started off on console, which was fun. I played Overwatch on console, and then I moved over to PC Overwatch, and I didn't really do any competing in that just because the girls scene in Overwatch is very like minimal. But when I moved to VALORANT, the girls scene was like thriving and like very like up and coming. So like it really pushed me to start competing. But UH Pristine was like the first team that I did compete on. So when matchmaking got announced, I was actually really shocked because I didn't realize there was like that many other girl collegiate teams. Like I knew the GC team GC scene was thriving, but I had no idea. I thought we were like one of the only like female collegiate teams.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I thought it was just another collegiate tournament that just was like not even gonna be like enjoyable, because a lot of them are just like, we've had bad experiences with other collegiate teams before, just like as a female collegiate team. But when we heard it was a female non-binary collegiate tournament, we're actually really excited, and we wanted to see, you know, we've been looking, like even before this semester, we were looking at other female collegiate teams, seeing like what other schools had them, if Houston was one of the few that had them, and we just wanted to compete with them. So it was really exciting to actually hear that there was a tournament that was specifically a female non-binary for collegiate.
Nothing like this has been created before, and we thought it would be a good opportunity to showcase like female and NB teams in the scene. So we all thought it would be a really good experience.
So hearing that there's like others of us out there was super exciting, and getting to compete against those teams was an amazing opportunity, and all the games were super fun.
And I think it was fun. It was a very good experience.
So I think my experience is probably a little different than that of my teammates, just because they have been playing for like a longer time together than I had, right? They were just excited to play in like a, you know, something similar to like a GC circuit, and they were having a great time. I also was like having a lot of fun, but I will say that it was very new to me, right? Like a lot of the things that we were doing together as a team, and like I do okay with like calming what I see, but like calming proactively was like really challenging for me. Like if they come here, this is what I want to do, or like explaining that to my team, right? So like that was something I really had like a pretty steep learning curve in learning that, as well as just like general team play principles. And I thought it was just an incredible learning experience in general, the whole tournament.
So going into that weekend, we'd actually had already beaten all of the teams in the matchmaking season beforehand. So we were super confident going into it, and I believe Carleton actually joined pretty late into the season, so we hadn't had the chance to compete against them. We didn't really know like what their skills were or anything like that, so I guess we went in like super confident.
But when we did go run into Carleton for the first time, it was actually nice to have like a good like pair up, and they were a really good team to play against. And I think we could learn a lot from the past few games that we've lost against them.
We made it a little bit, like a lot of mistakes, like tiny mistakes that really mattered. And it was a little frustrating to run into them again and, you know, not seeing those results. But I think we got a lot of like how we were feeling out not too long after, and just like, you know, now we're just ready to, you know, start practice again and face Carleton again. We're excited to compete. We just like, honestly, we just wanted to make it to LAN, and once we did it, we were just happy that we were good to go, because this will be our first experience at a LAN tournament as a team. So even though Carleton did beat us twice, we still are very excited to compete and, you know, still see Carleton, and we don't feel like defeated in any way. Like I definitely still believe in us, for us to beat Carleton, that we can definitely do it.
Just the thoughts that were going through my head that weekend were a lot of like, we were pretty much playing Valorant like the whole day on Saturday, you know, and like just every like in between or something, one of my teammates Raven would be like, hey, I'm gonna go get a snack or something, and it just like, to me it just seemed so cool that I got to play a video game, you know, but like as a club sport, and it was like a thing that we were all like putting our heart into, and like that was just surreal to me, and I like really enjoyed it, because before it was like when I play Valorant I didn't feel productive, right? I was like, I'm also pre-med, so it's like when I play Valorant it's like, oh, that's fun, and then I just go back to work, right? But that weekend Valorant seemed almost like a job, but like a fun job, and that was just really cool to me, I think. Yeah.
Fast track your Valorant game.
With PC Game Pass, members will unlock all current agents,
20% match XP boost given to Battle Pass, Event Pass, and active agent contract progress.
Plus get day one access to every new agent as they're released.
Join now at gamepass.com.
I don't think Houston's gonna like let up, and I think they're probably gonna show up and be better than they ever have. So yeah, I would really love to see like an upset, to be honest, because I think Houston has been the favorite team for like this whole semester, I guess.
you know, given that I was captain of a dance team for 2 years, I am very competitive by nature. And we had a rivalry very similar to this actually with one team that beat us throughout the season, and then on the last match we won, and it was on the national stage. So it was just incredible, right? Like, I love the plot of that, you know? Like, that's kind of like, so when we practice and like when we're scrimming and stuff, I know all of us are thinking like we want that plot to be written again.
I think Scarlet, I think they're a really good team, like mechanically, and also like their game sense is really good. I think they're a respectable team for sure, and a top contender in like collegiate for women's /non-binary. So I'm excited to like play against them in Texas. I think the first time we went up against them, for sure, we were more cautious, I would say. Maybe cautious, not the right word, but we were more wary about the game. But moving on to the second game we played them, it was more like we knew how to counter-strat them and play around their playstyle. So when the third match came around, like last week, we were pretty much able to just adapt easily without that much preparation. So, I mean, we're not gonna like not prepare for Texas, but we definitely know that we have what it takes to beat them another time. Yeah.
I just want to see them like use our strats against us, or read our pistol rounds, read our stuff, you know? And with that, like, even then, like, then we will evolve even further, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that blue lock where it's like we will evolve based on the other person evolving. It's just that type of thing where I just like sometimes we like go into the pistol round thinking they will finally change this. We will go into this pistol round and they're gonna counter us. They never did. So I just hope and wish that they maybe dedicate a little bit more time to looking through our VODs and trying to change things up a little bit and not just try to play a textbook setup all the time.
I think that all I want to say is good luck to whoever makes it to the finals, because I know that we're probably the hardest team in like collegiate North America. So just like give it your all. Yeah, there's definitely a rivalry. I think we have a great chance of beating them.
To keep it short and simple, I'm just gonna say, don't let the last matches get to your head.
It's rivalry, but it's like fun rivalry, you know? It's like all in good faith, like positive energy, everything, you know?
Because like at the end of the day, we just like play a game, like just a video game.
I'm not good at talking bad.
Third time's the charm, I guess. We'll see in LAN. Hopefully. But respect to them, yeah.
After a long day of work, I still want to play Valorant because I want to get better at it, you know? Like I want to beat the team that beat us, you know?
Like the rivalries and stuff like that are just in the game, and I actually just want to meet these people because I'm sure everyone's so nice.
But at the end of the day, like I really am looking forward to meeting them in person. Like I just want to make friends, you know? So if there's anything to save them, it would just be hello, because I just want to meet them, honestly.
And I hope to just like hang out and stuff. That'll be really like a really awesome memory, because like, yeah, I just feel like that'll be a really cool experience and opportunity to kind of meet the people you play online, and you know, just hang out, do things.
We're super grateful to Xbox for sponsoring the event.
It helps us keep a safe space for women in gaming while still wanting to take the game serious and, you know, compete, and especially in collegiate where there's not a lot of opportunities for female collegiate players.
When I saw that we were getting streamed on the Xbox Twitch account, I thought it was super cool, especially when I got to send out like the stream links to my friends and they were like, oh my god, Xbox. But yeah, thank you to the different organizations as well for granting us this opportunity to like develop our skills.
I'd like to say thanks Xbox for this opportunity for FE and NB people in the scene to complete with a platform.
Like I hope Xbox knows I'm going to be like pinning this jersey up on my wall. It's never leaving, even when I'm a doctor, you know? So yeah, just huge thank you, especially you know, as a woman in gaming, for this platform to express ourselves.
It has been such a great and fun experience to like be able to play with my team like this, and going to LAN has been like something that we've been looking forward to all semester. So just a big thank you to them.